Welcome to World Knowledge Channel. World over thousands of years of human development history, many talented and outstanding generals have appeared. These are geniuses in the military field who, when in charge, can do everything. Change the world order. War is an inevitable part of history and it has caused great death, loss and injury to humanity. Besides, war is also the cradle that produces many outstanding heroes. People who have changed the world order. So let's find out who it is through this video. 1. That is Hannibal Barca, 247 to 183. This legendary Carthaginian general led an army with fewer and weaker forces than the Roman Empire from Carthage, present-day Spain, straight into Rome. His army was victorious and fundamentally weakened the Roman Empire. 2. That is Oliver Cromwell, 1599 to 1658. Oliver Cromwell is a famous general in British history. He led the ironclad army to defeat the Stuart Royal Army in the English bourgeois revolution of the 17th century, beheading English King Charles I, 1649. Afterwards, Cromwell conquered Ireland and Scotland and became a Lord Protectorate who ruled England from 1653 until his death in 1658. 3. Napoleon Bonaparte, Great Emperor of France. Napoleon Bonaparte was born Napoleon di Buonaparte, August 15, 1769, died May 5, 1821. He was a French statesman and military leader who led many successful campaigns during the French Revolution and the French Revolutionary Wars. He also ascended the throne as Emperor of France as Napoleon I from 1804 to 1814 and returned to the throne in 1815 for a reign of nearly 100 days. Napoleon was a politician as well as an outstanding military man who made the whole world admire but also fear. Napoleon is known as the god of war because of his unpredictable use of troops and extraordinary deeds that no other general dared to perform. Thanks to that, this French emperor created great, lightning-fast victories against enemies with superior numbers. One of the victories that clearly demonstrated Napoleon's natural military talent was the Battle of the Three Emperors, Austerlitz, that took place in 1805. Napoleon successfully commanded only 73,000 French troops and also won over more than 80,000 troops. Alliance between Austria and Russia. The campaigns of Emperor Napoleon have been studied at many military cadets around the world. This prominent emperor is also recognized in world history as the greatest famous general of the 19th century world. 4. It is Julius Caesar, the emperor without a throne. Gaius Julius Caesar, born July 12, 100 BC to March 15, 44 BC, was a famous Roman general and statesman. As a member of the First Triumvirate, Caesar led the Roman army in the Gallic Wars before defeating Pompey in a civil war and ruling the Roman Republic. As dictator from 49 BC until his assassination in 44 BC. He also played a key role in the events that led to the fall of the Roman Republic and the rise from the ashes of the Roman Empire. 5. Georgy Zhukov, Minister of Defense of the Soviet Union. Georgy Konstantinovich Zhukov was born on December 1, 1896 and died on June 18, 1974. He was a general officer and marshal of the Soviet Union. Did you know that he also held the positions of Chief of the General Staff to Minister of Defense, and was also a member of the Communist Party's Presidium, later the Politburo? During World War II, Zhukov was the leader of several important campaigns of the Soviet Red Army. Born in central Russia to a poor peasant family, Zhukov joined the Imperial Russian Army and fought in World War I. He also served with the Red Army during the Russian Civil War. Gradually rising through the ranks, until in 1939, Zhukov was given command of an army and won a decisive battle against the Japanese army at Khalkhin Gol. And this was also the first Battle of Four Hero of the Soviet Union Awards. In February 1941, Zhukov was appointed Chief of the General Staff of the Red Army. After Germany invaded the Soviet Union, Zhukov lost his position as Chief of the General Staff. After that, he immediately organized defense in Moscow, Leningrad and Stalingrad. He was also involved in planning several major offensives, including the Battle of Kursk and Operation Bagration. In 1945, Zhukov commanded the First Belarusian Front and participated in Operation Wisła Oda as well as the Battle of Berlin. This led to the catastrophic defeat of Nazi Germany and the end of the war in European territory. In recognition of Zhukov's great service during the war, he was chosen to accept the Nazi surrender and inspect the victory parade in Moscow in 1945. 6. Georgy Zhukov, War Score, 4,596. As we all know, Marshal Georgy Zhukov is considered the most outstanding military commander of the Soviet Union during World War II. He has 10 battles to analyze data. This helped Marshal Zhukov rank slightly higher than Alexander the Great. Another plus point for this commander's war score is that he is often at a disadvantage in terms of numbers. 7. Frederick the Great, War Score, 4,662. The man who ruled Prussia for more than 40 years had a total of 14 recorded battles. Two of Frederick the Great's greatest victories were at the battles of Rossbach and Leuthen during the 7 Years' War. In these battles, thanks to his excellent strategy, he defeated larger armies. 8. Ulysses S. Grant, War Score, 5,023. General Ulysses S. Grant commanded coalition forces in 16 battles. This impressive achievement also helped him become President of the United States. His command ability is considered superior to his contemporaries, especially much better than his longtime rival Robert E. Lee, who has a negative war score. 9. Takeda Shingen, War Score, 6,091. Becoming the best commander during the Warring States period in Japan was a remarkable achievement for Takeda Shingen, because at that time battles broke out everywhere. In his 18 battles, the Tiger of Kai never had to retreat, so people called him the undefeated general. Shingen's principle is, know others, know yourself, 100 battles, 100 victories, all the opponent's weaknesses, even the smallest, are thoroughly exploited by him. 10. Hannibal Barca, War Score, 5,489. Hannibal's most glorious milestone was in the Battle of Cannae, when he forced the Roman army to attack in adverse conditions. In that battle, he eventually wiped out the enemy cavalry force and then the entire Roman army. According to what historians recorded, Hannibal destroyed a total of 70,000 Roman soldiers. Regarding strategic talent, Hannibal considered himself and Alexander the Great to be the top commanders in history. This is very close to reality, because both of these names appear in the top 10 of every military command ranking. 11. Genghis Khan, 1162–1227. Among Asian heroes, Genghis Khan, 1162–1227, is considered the one with the greatest ambition and talent. During his reign, from uniting the Mongol tribes, he helped his country expand its territory from Asia to Europe. His military talent is highly appreciated by researchers. Genghis Khan organized his army into groups based on the number 10, 10 households, 100 households, 1,000 households, 10,000 households, and mainly consisted of light cavalry who were very good at archery. This organization allowed his army to attack massively, easily encircling and leading the enemy into an ambush area. On the other hand, Genghis Khan was also a master of the art of psychological warfare. Before attacking enemy citadels, he often announced threats to cause confusion. If the enemy did not accept, he would attack and destroy the entire citadel. However, he then often intentionally releases a few survivors to spread fear to the next strongholds. In the rich and diverse world of history, there are people who have stood out like shining stars, leaving an indelible mark on the picture of humanity. From religious leaders to scientists and writers, from civic leaders to talented researchers, this list of the world's top 10 greatest people is a journey through icons of their power. Human power and their limitless influence. These people are not only outstanding people in history, but also a source of inspiration and continuity for the next generation, affirming that the human spirit and will can overcome all challenges and create the wonders of this world. If you find the video useful, please share with more people and subscribe to the channel. Like and have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for your interest in following. Hello and see you in the next video.